We got to make fun of Sunny Hostin on The View, upset about doing an ancestry test and finding out that her ancestors, not only she not Puerto Rican like she thought, they actually moved from Spain. They moved from Spain because Spain outlawed the slave trade, and so her family moved to Puerto Rico where they could still have slaves. It's pretty great. It's pretty great stuff.
But what I found out was that my mother's family, while they are Puerto Rican, they actually originate from Spain. And the reason that they moved to Puerto Rico is because the slave trade had been sort of canceled in Spain and then Curacao, and then they moved all of their slaves to Puerto Rico. And so the family business, I had been told that they were printers and journalists, but they were in fact enslavers.
Hush fell over the
It
audience.
was deeply disappointing. And it's deeply disappointing because my mother really identified as Puerto Rican. She was part of the civil rights movement, and she was deeply ingrained in Black culture, and identified herself as Black.
Her mom had a lot of Black friends.
But
Yeah, a lot of Black friends.
Hispanic for ethnicity.
Okay.
But her race is white. She's European.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my mom about it. She was deeply disappointed. She actually cried about it. And then she said, maybe that's why I have been so connected to Black culture, because it's an atonement in my spirit. And I received that.
No, keep playing it.
That part's just...
I also found out that, and there were slaves on both sides of her family, mothers and fathers, but we are 7% indigenous Puerto Rican, Taino, so I'm proud of that.
Why are people clapping? Why are people clapping when you say that you're
7%?
I'm 7% this race, and people are clapping. Why?
I don't
What
know.
is they have? Why? God, why? Tell me why you would feel the need to applaud because someone just said that they're 7% of some race.
Yeah, of indigenous Puerto Rican.
Someone explained, I'm more Japanese than she is Puerto Rican. Okay? I don't feel any... Thank you. Thank you. God.
Oh man, your reaction.
I'm so glad you told me to hit play because I had forgotten about that part.
Yeah.
And
Why are we stopping here? I
like,
mean, this
why the audience is applauding makes
is
no sense. And two,
is pure entertainment.
why her mom would feel the need to like, oh, that must have been why I was so ingrained in Black culture because I was needing to atone. No, you weren't. You had no clue. That's not a real thing. And now you're just saying things to remove some sort of made up guilt that you somehow feel because of something that your great ancestors did, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You have no, like, I don't know anything about my ancestors at all. And I feel no need to feel any guilt for anything that they did.
This is why it's so important. This is why we talk about individualism and why it's so important. Like, you can only be guilty of something that you yourself have done. You own yourself. This whole this is why the cat ends up eating its tail or dragon eats its tail, whatever you want to call it. This is why, because this whole collective group think, and she's been out there preaching about this for how long now? And then
she's called for reparations for people and everything.
And then for her to find it in her own family.
Yeah.
To be like, this is why this whole collective group think is wrong.